A man woke up one morning to find a cross on his forehead, and he couldn't wash off no matter how much he washed. He quickly asked his wife to check, but she couldn't see it either. At work, he asked a colleague, who also said they couldn't see anything. Soon, the cross on his forehead became clearer and more obvious. The man was at a loss. Was he the only one who could see it? He then asked his daughter to check, but she couldn't see anything unusual either. Still worried, the man went to the hospital for a checkup the next day. The doctor told him the results were normal and just advised him to rest more. The man was puzzled. Just as he was riding the elevator, the young man opposite them also had an X on his head. The two were instantly thrilled, as if they had found kindred spirits, only they could see the X on each other's heads. Through conversation, they learned that the young man's X had appeared 2 months ago, and his father had also had one, but passed away shortly after. The man felt a chill run down his spine. Could the markings on his head be a sign of impending death? They comforted each other, saying the X might disappear after a while. That day, the man was resting at home when the television suddenly broadcast the death of a famous writer. In a video of his speech from the previous month, the writer also had an X on his head. Could this X truly be a sign of impending death? The man jumped up in fright. He called his senior colleague, wanting to ask for advice. Unexpectedly, the call was answered by his senior's wife. She said that just a few days ago, her husband had died suddenly from staying up all night. This terrible news terrified the man. He suddenly realized his days were numbered, so he first attended his senior's funeral. Then he bought himself a major accident insurance policy. Not only that, he also changed his usual attitude, placing orders for a factory owner whose factory was on the verge of bankruptcy. After foreseeing his death, the man wanted to do more for those around him so he could leave in peace, free from his fear of death. He decided to spend more time with his family. That day, he bought gifts, intending to surprise his wife on his way home. But as soon as he boarded the subway, a terrifying scene unfolded. The man shouted at the passengers, "Get off now. The subway is about to have an accident." But no one paid him any attention. Only he knew that the cross on his forehead represented death. Seeing that no one was paying attention to him, he had no choice but to get off alone. He wanted to tell the staff, but the staff also had crosses on their foreheads. Even people who had just entered the station all had crosses on their foreheads. Terrified, he ran out of the station. But when he got to the street, he saw crosses on everyone's foreheads. He suddenly realized everyone was doomed. Then he thought of his wife and daughter. When he got home, he shouted to his wife and daughter, "Quickly pack your things, we have to leave this country." But when his wife and daughter turned around, they also had crosses on their foreheads. Next, a news report came on TV about someone contracting some kind of plague. This plague was highly contagious, with a mortality rate as high as 99.99%, but that wasn't considered high. The report urged citizens not to worry. Only the man knew that everyone was doomed. A week later, the country disappeared from the face of the earth.